Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Vi and today we're going to be diving into how does the world view you, okay? What I need for you guys to do is get calm, get relaxed, get into a nice vibe. That way you can be guided by your intuition when choosing between the three options that I have before you. Once you feel like you know which one is calling out to you, then go ahead and click on that description box down below and click on the timestamp for whichever one you feel the most drawn to, and I will see you at your pile selection. If anything I say today resonates, then please make sure you like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to join the family. I would love to have you. And you can check out all of my other social medias and stuff like that down below. Let's go ahead and get started with group number one. Hello, group number one people. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And I might slip up and say every now and again that this is how you are, when really, again, I'm talking about how do others view you, or how does the world view you. So just keep that in mind, okay? As well as I'm going to channel whatever comes out. So if it comes off a little harsh, I apologize. But my intention is for you guys to get information in regards to how the world views you. And remember, take it for how it resonates, okay? With all of that being said, let's dive in. We have some dice rolled already. So we have the number 4, fourth house, third house, and the sixth house over there. So I feel like you guys, and okay, fourth house is ruled by the moon and Cancer energy, which you have Cancer energy over here. Sixth house, Virgo energy, and you have double Virgo energy over here. So you could be a Virgo, you don't have to be. You could be a Cancer, you don't have to be, or you could have these placements heavily in your chart, in your birth chart, okay? And then we also have the third house, which is Gemini energy and Mercury energy, okay? So let's go ahead and just dive right in. So I feel like you guys are viewed by the world like this. So I feel like others view you as very like nurturing, with the fourth house energy, the Cancer energy, nurturing mother energy, but ruled by the moon. So with the moon has different phases and different cycles. So I feel like you guys are constantly changing and shifting, and I feel like other people see you as that being or that person that is constantly changing and shifting. They may think that you're a little bit bipolar. May think you're a little bit bipolar, or just like, damn, like, who am I gonna get today? Energy wise, they I feel like they kind of get that vibe a little bit. I also feel like there's this sense of rebel with group one people, because I did write down rebel. And each pile has a kind of like characteristic or archetype. You guys' archetype is the rebel. So you guys really don't like to conform to society. You don't like to be restricted, or in like, you don't like rules in a way, which is weird because we have heavy Virgo energy. So you do like structure, you do like to have things a certain way, but you don't like for things to be, you don't like to feel controlled, if that makes sense. Like, you don't like to feel controlled in any way, because I feel like it kind of stifles you in a way, or at least this is how people view you. They view you as someone who doesn't like to be controlled, someone who doesn't like to, even like in relationships, be possessed in a way. Like, if you're too possessive, then it's like, what else am I getting? I do feel like people also view you as someone who is very good at communicating about how they feel, very good at communicating, and also very kind of a little bit emotional in a way. Like, you're very like, you really dive into the depths of your emotions. And I do feel like people view you as very introverted, especially with that heavy Virgo energy. Very introverted, very into yourself. You have a small circle. I feel like people, when they are in your circle, feel lucky to be in your circle, because they realize that you don't really like, you're not like, you're very choosy about who gets into contact with you. Like, there, it's a blessing if you're able to connect with pile number one people. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I'm channeling everything that I need to channel in regards to the dice. Oh, I do feel like you guys are very organized, very well put together, especially like appearance wise. I feel like you guys can see what needs to be improved when it comes to the people around you, and I feel like other people see you as that way. Like you're someone that people will go to kind of like if they're having issues or they're having problems. And I feel like these issues and problems would be really dark stuff. They would go to you in order to get like help. And because Virgos are the healers, so I feel like they will go to you to get the help that they need, okay? I feel like you guys are very or people see you as very sensible. Okay. Like very sensible, very well put together. And I think that's why they go to you to like, hey, like mother energy. I feel like you carry some sort of mother energy where people come to you and like kind of try to get answers from you. Which is kind of weird, but not weird, but like I mean most definitely like be in your profession. Like you could be a doctor or a nurse or a therapist or something like that where people actually do have to go to you for help. So or that could be something that you aspire to be. But heavy Mercury energy here too, with all that Virgo energy. And then we also have Gemini energy. So communication, writing, and stuff like that, I think that you guys are extremely good at it. And I feel like people notice that and see that. And I think that's why they kind of lean towards group number one people when they're having issues, because they know that you can kind of like um deprogram their mind or like reframe their mindset. Okay. But I do feel like people see you as someone who feels things very deeply as well. Now, let's go ahead and dive into your cards. Okay, so we have here the Three of Cups, which is definitely reminding me of the goddess Hecate. So it's giving very like magical energy. You have like magical energy, and I feel like other people kind of recognize that about you. The Devil, Page of Wands. You guys are very inspirational. I feel like other people see you as inspirational. They see you as someone who's very creative. You are a star group number one people. Like you're that rebel. You're meant to stand out, and people kind of recognize you as that being that's meant to stand out. With the Devil here, like, whoo. With the Devil energy here, you guys are very, 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 very passionate. I feel very, very passionate. Okay. Some of you guys could have anger issues, or people think that you have anger issues, or look at you as someone like, don't piss this person off because then it will end very badly. And I feel like that's how people see you. Don't piss off pound number one people because it can get ugly real quick. 0 to 100 real quick. I feel that for you guys, okay? And again, I feel like people recognize that trying to control you or trying to put you in a box is not something that they can do, because you're meant to live outside that box. You're meant to explore. Look how colorful this card is, okay? Like you're meant to tap into all of the colors of existence. Like you're not meant to just, oh, I'm just singularly this. Like you're the rebel. Like you're the rebel, and people see you, or at least people see you as the rebel, okay? They see you as the rebel. Whether you resonate with that storyline or not, it's up to you. You write your own story. But others see you as the rebel. They see you as this energy that is so bright, that is, I feel like some people as well kind of feel like you outshine them in a way, and when they feel like you outshine them, they kind of want to put you like down, like they want to control you, or they want to like um manage you in some way, manage your energy levels, because they feel kind of like intimidated by you. You have this level of intimidation by you because you're so freaking magical with the Three of Cups. But again, with the Three of Cups too and the Page of Wands, people see you as this party, fun, go lucky, like woo woo woo. Like it's very given like party, have a good time. Like we can really dive into a good time with pound number one people. Like, and people kind of like they love that about you. They see that within you. Like You want to have a good time. Pile number one is the party. Pile number one is the party. At least that's how they see you. Now, with anger here, this is talking about others. The world sees you as someone as well that has like true depth to your emotions. Like when you feel something, you feel it very strongly, right? So like when you're angry, it can be very like volatile. Okay, now this is how they see you. Whether you feel like if you hear my wrist pop, whether you feel like that's the case or not for yourself, again, you write your own story, but they see you as someone who can be very volatile if you get pushed to that point. Because I feel like with all that Virgo energy, it would take a little while. It would take a while. Like you have to constantly be pushing and pushing and pushing to kind of get um power number one people to get to that extreme. Okay, that's the that's the type of energy that I'm seeing here. And yes, with all these black cats, and I seen a black cat today, and that black cat had like was limping. One of its legs was like broken, which was so sad. But I feel like it because I'm being reminded of that, I feel like you guys may have gone through something, or especially like in childhood, and I feel like people can kind of recognize that about you, that you kind of you a little bit, I'm hearing you have like a little bit of a guard up, and I feel like people kind of recognize that you have this guard up, and I think that's why the anger is coming out and the devil heavily, because they're like, you know, like how do I say this? They're like pound number one has been through some shit, so let's not try it. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. What's up with surrender spirit? And this is like kind of gray white energy. Oh, so I feel like with surrender here, this is also saying that like pound number one people are not afraid to let someone go, especially if this person is not serving them. Like you let a lot of things go. And again, that's why I said some of you guys may have had like a really dark past. And I feel like other people can kind of see that or recognize that about you, that you have had a dark past and that you kind of just like moved on. And again, with that Cancer energy, moon energy, you had like the changes and the phases, many changes and phases in your life. And I feel like other people see you as someone who is constantly evolving and constantly growing. Okay. So let's go ahead and get your final cards. We have healthy boundaries. And then we also have big changes. Okay, so the world, how does the world view option number one? People, the rebels. So I feel like you guys are viewed as someone who has healthy boundaries, someone who, again, like I've been saying this entire time, you don't want to mess with them. You don't really want to mess up this relationship with option number one people, whatever kind of relationship it is, because if you do, the boundaries are so strong, you may not be able to get back into connection with them because they're so good at surrendering what doesn't serve them. So you really want to be careful with how you treat pound number one people. And I feel like people kind of get that vibe. Like again, there's that boundary between you and other people, that wall up between you and other people. But they also see that you've made so many positive changes in your life, and it's very inspirational that the changes that you have been able to make in your life, and people also see that about you, and they view it as something very inspirational. Okay, so that's what I got for you guys. Group number one, people. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'm going to move on to group number two. Hello, pound number two people. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading on how does the world view you. Now, I'm going to keep it real raw straight in this reading. So if you're not someone that can handle that, respect. Okay, go ahead and click off the reading. And remember that this is how other people view you. The world views you. This doesn't have to resonate with how you see yourself. Okay, you write your own story. You are in control of your own story. Okay, so remember to always take what resonates for you. All right. Now, with all of that being said, let's dive into your reading. We have dice already pre-rolled, and let's just go ahead and get into it. You guys are because I wrote down kind of like the archetypes for each pile, okay? Pile number one, I was going to say what their archetype was, but if you didn't choose it, baby, it doesn't apply to you. Pile number two, okay? Pile number two's archetype is the sweetheart. And I think you could have guessed that by like the picture that you guys chose. It's very, very like giving sweetheart energy, like next door neighbor. What they used to say? High school sweetheart type energy. Okay. So group two is the high school sweetheart like type energy. So let's dive into these dice and gather information about how other people see you. Okay, so we have the third house here. We have 12th house and we have the 10th house. We also have Cancer energy, Taurus energy, and Virgo energy. So with the third house energy, that's Mercury, that is Gemini. Okay, so you guys are viewed at, and I feel like people very much so like kind of view Gemini as like, like, how do I say it? People view Gemini as like two-faced, right? And I just I don't know. I'm a Gemini rising, so, and my daughter's a Gemini, so I'm just like, I don't think that Geminis are two-faced at all, to be honest. But that's neither here nor there. You could have Gemini in your chart, heavy Gemini. You could be a Gemini, you don't have to be. You could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Cancer. You don't have to be. You could be a Pisces. You don't have to be. You could be a Capricorn. You don't have to be, okay? Or these placements could be in your chart heavy, all right? Now, I feel like you guys are viewed as very dreamers, especially with the 12th house energy, the 12th house energy. You guys are viewed as like dreamers, okay? I really feel that it's Pisces energy, ruled by Neptune, dreamers. I do feel like a little bit of mysteriousness from pile number two people. Like, I think that people kind of like get a little bit of mysteriousness from you, but they also kind of just see you as someone like head in the clouds. I'm getting that Ariana Grande song, Got No Weight on My Shoulders. That's how they view. It's giving very Ariana Grande. That's how others view you, or the world views you, like head in the clouds, got no weight on your shoulders, like you're just this dreamer, this sweetheart energy, almost a little bit innocent, but also kind of recognizes the fact that you're kind of not innocent. um, yeah, so I also feel like people view you as someone who really cares a lot about their reputation. Okay, you care a lot about your reputation. You care a lot about how like others view you. At least that's how they see you. Okay, or the world sees you. They also see you as someone who is very smart, okay, very intellectual, okay. But with the Taurus energy over here, babes, like I think that you are very like possession wise, like maybe your house, your car, the way that you dress is very like, whew, like very well put together, very sexy, very like luxurious. Like the world views you as like being almost kind of wealthy as well, like very almost kind of wealthy or well organized. Like I feel like people will feel comfortable to come over to your house and just chill out because they know it's a vibe. Like with you, I feel like people feel like they can catch a vibe. Cancer energy here. I do feel like that loving you guys, because pile one had, you guys might have been stuck between pile one and pile two, because we got similar dice. But Pal one got the Cancer energy, but I feel like they got like kind of strict mom Cancer energy, and I feel like you guys are more so like the sweet, the loving, the nurturing energy, and people kind of see you like that, very creative, very nurturing, and they love that about you. Like I feel like you are like a joy to be around, or you're very healing to be around for others. You kind of bring out other people's inner childs, okay? And that's kind of how the world views you, as someone who can help to bring out their inner child, and someone who's loving, someone who's kind, someone who's supportive, someone who enjoys being there for others, okay? Yeah, let's dive into your cards. Okay. So Page of Swords here, Knight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Determination, and Disruption. I feel like people love the way that you view the world, okay? They love the way that you see the world, because I feel like others think or see you as someone who sees the world very differently. Again, going back to that Neptune dreamer energy, like you dream up an existence that people never even thought of. Like, yes, very innovative. People, I love that. I love that. You're magical and mystical, and people can recognize that about your energy, especially with the Knight of Cups, okay, or the Knight of Emotions, like magical, mystical. You see things in like a very playful, childlike way. Like you bring out like, why are they saying that? I just heard you bring out the colors of the universe. Like, whoa, okay, love that. Okay, you're fun to be around. And with the Eight of Pentacles, let's see. Yes, I do feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, you have your hands in different like you have your hands in like different bags. Like look at this depiction. Like you have your hands in different areas. Like you have a lot of gifts, talents, and abilities, or other people see you as someone who is very gifted, or other people see you as, or the world sees you as someone who has like a lot to offer, especially with that Taurus energy. Have a lot to offer, okay? You guys could be artists, you guys could be singers, you guys could be um let's see, you guys could be like healers for sure, definitely healers, nurse, doctor, you don't have to be, um but yeah, I do feel heavily that you guys are like creatives though. Okay, so with disruption, I feel like with this card, you guys may have, I do feel like you guys may have gone through like a lot of ups and downs in your life. But I think that what people really admire about you is your determination. Even though you've had a lot of things to kind of disrupt your spirit or disrupt your life, people really admire the fact that you keep moving forward and you keep this sunshine type energy, and they admire your power because you have a lot of this solar plexus energy where it's like people can recognize that you have the power of the sun behind you, and people can kind of recognize that like spirit source, the divine is with you, and that's why you're able to like continue to have this childlike, playful, loving, high vibrational energy, and keep that energy because spirit is behind you, backing you. Okay, and people can kind of recognize and see that about you. Let's get into your final cards. We have decluttering, and I feel like this kind of goes hand in hand with disruption as well. And this is card what, 13? Am I seeing that wrong? Let me see. Yeah, 13. Yes, 13. So that's a feminine energy number right there, if I'm not mistaken. That doesn't 13 represent like feminine energy? So again, going back to that Cancer energy, loving, nurturing, mothering type of energy. Um, how does the world view you with the decluttering? I do feel like you guys are seen as someone who, again, has had challenges and things to kind of that would normally kind of destroy someone, or that would normally like mess up somebody's plans or mess up somebody's dreams. Like you've had these type of situations, but instead of getting down about it, you've done like a lot of shadow work. I feel like people recognize that about you. The world sees that about you, that you've done decluttering, you've done the shadow work, you've done the job of kind of like releasing what no longer serves you, and you continuously like you continuously keep shifting, and especially with that Cancer energy, shifting and phasing out of different ways of being. And I feel like, but when I say that, it's more so on the scale of you shifting out of ways of being that no longer serve you. Like you're constantly rising. I think that people recognize that about you. The world recognizes that you're constantly rising to the occasion. Next, we have leap of faith. Love. Yeah, this is the energy that people see you in. Like they see you as this person that just takes leap of faith. Like they see you as someone, again, like I said before, the world sees you as someone who is backed by spirit, backed by the divine. Like God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, is with you. And I feel like the oh my God. Not Siri thinking I was talking to her. If you heard that. But yeah, the world sees you as someone who is backed by the divine, backed by spirit, someone who is very, oh my God, come on now. She's talking. Siri, we're not talking to you. Anyways, yeah. So the world sees you as someone who is backed by the divine, okay? They see you as someone who is loving, kind, caring, compassionate, and also like this creative healer, this creative divine feminine energy. We all have masculine we all have masculine and feminine energy within us, but I feel like your feminine energy is divine. And I feel like the world recognizes that about you. So this is what I got for you guys, group number 2 people. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna go ahead and move on to group number 3. Hello and welcome, pile number 3. This is going to be your reading. Welcome. So we're going to be diving into how does the world view you? Okay, love this. Know that I'm going to be real, raw, and straight. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and know that I might mess up and say like this is who you are, or this is the energy, or whatever. Like, I'm saying how the world views you. Okay, sometimes I might uh misspeak and kind of talk about it like this is fact. Again, I'm human, but again, we're all just talking about how the world views you. It doesn't have to be your story, okay? It doesn't have to be something you see yourself as. This is just how the world sees you, okay? So remember to always take it for how it resonates and leave the rest behind. Now, each group got a specific archetype. So your archetype is the teacher, okay? So the world views you as this like teacher archetype, okay? Someone that they can really learn from, grow from, things of that nature. And to be a teacher, you also have to be a student. So someone who is constantly learning and helping to teach others what it is that they are learning, okay? Now let's dive into your dice. We have first house, fourth house, eighth house, and then we also have Pisces energy. And then we also have why am I getting it mixed up all of a sudden? Scorpio energy. There we go. Scorpio energy, and we also have Sagittarius energy. All right. So I kind of want to start over here with these. With the Sagittarius energy, I feel like others view you as someone who is very expansive, okay? I think that people think that you travel a lot, or like you're very well versed in different cultures and backgrounds. And I feel as well that others view you, or the world views you, as someone who is very dark, mysterious, constantly changing as well. Um, and for some reason, I'm getting very sexual, or something about your sexual appetite, like a lady in the street but a freak in the bed, like type energy. For some reason, I'm getting with that Scorpio. So, okay. And then we also have Pisces energy, right? So I do feel like people kind of view you as someone who is heavily spiritual, or someone who is, again, I do feel like you're very well versed with different cultures and backgrounds and different religions, and you're deep into like, you could be deep into like spirituality, like real deep into it. Like you could know about, you can even, I'm getting witchcraft as well for some reason. So witchcraft and all of that, people view you as someone that's very like heavily into the spirituals, or even a certain religion. Okay, now moving on to the houses that we have here. So we have the first house. So I feel like you guys, that's Aries energy, okay, and Mars energy. So love that for you. I feel like you guys are viewed as someone who is very headstrong, okay? I do feel like you guys are viewed as someone who is very self-aware. And I do feel like you guys are viewed as someone who really knows who they are, like knows who they are, or knows who they want to be presented as. So I do feel like there's a little bit of envy when it comes to others, when it comes to you, because it's like people envy how sure of yourself you seem, like, or like, yeah, like sure of yourself. For some reason, people get this vibe that you're very sure of yourself, like you got your shit together, you know what the fuck you're talking about, and that's the end of the story. We have fourth house energy here, okay? And that is Cancer energy and the moon energy, okay? I do feel like people see you as someone who's very in touch with their emotions, especially with the Scorpio and the Pisces energy. Very in touch with your emotions, okay? Very in touch. Um, very creative, very like, it's giving, it's, you got, You have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy in your reading. So it's all water signs. You could have a water trine in your birth chart, but you don't have to, okay? So I think that people really see you as artistic, they see you as charitable, they see you as, again, like I said, spiritual. Some of you guys are seen as well as very, like, could be secretive a little bit, like magnetic in a way, though. You draw people in, and again, back to that strong will type of energy, okay? um hmm Yes, you're also very much so seen as intuitive. Now, let's go ahead and continue on. Oh, and the eighth house over here is just Scorpio energy again, double Scorpio energy. So you could, again, be a Scorpio. You don't have to be, but we got heavy Scorpio here. Okay. So people really see you as transformative and all that good stuff. Like, I think we talked a lot about that. So I just kind of want to go ahead and move in with the cards. Let's go ahead and do that. Wow. Okay, so we have the card Illumination, and we have Knight of Pentacles, and then we also have Five of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and then we also have Faith. Okay, so again, with that envious energy is coming through again with this Five of Wands. Like, people are very envious of you, very envious of you, very competitive. They're very competitive when it comes to you for some reason. That's coming through. And I think it's all because people see you as someone who is very, like, sturdy, steady, stable within yourself, especially stable when it comes to your faith and what it is that you believe in. And I feel like people get upset when they can't shake your faith, when they can't like make you, like, bring you down, like when they can't, like, bring you down to a lower vibration, like when they can't shake your faith. Like, I do feel like some of you guys may have had some, like, religious talks or spiritual talks with someone who had a very different view or very opinionated about it, and they had a very different perspective than you had, and you were just trying to have a conversation with them, and I feel like they were, like, trying to um change your mind in a way, like make you believe something, make you believe in what they believe in. Like, what the, like, they were trying to make you believe in what they believed in, and then they got mad at you because you didn't change your faith, or you didn't change what it is that you believe in. And again, this is, people see you, how the world views you, okay, as someone who sticks to their guns, like, who is very sure of themselves. First house, very sure of themselves. Like, I know what I believe in, I know what I'm about, and you're not gonna change that about me. Sorry, not sorry. And people see that. They see that about you. Ace of Pentacles, though. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I think that people too are jealous of the fact that you are able to really manifest a lot of opportunities for yourself, or they see you as someone who is able to manifest a lot of opportunities for themselves. Um, like, you don't, I just heard that, I heard poverty mindset, and I feel like other people have that, and then they're upset at the fact that you don't, they don't view it, they view you as someone who doesn't have a poverty mindset. Like, they see you as someone who is very strong, okay, very strong, and I'm getting very opinionated. Very strong, very opinionated, and like, you're the type, you're the turtle that has that slow and steady wins the race type of vibe. Like, slow and steady wins the race, um in regards to, like, the way that you tackle things in your life, or at least that's how people see you or view you. Illumination, I do feel like you also kind of bring, again, when I said opinionated, people see you as someone who sheds light on a lot of things. Like, yes, especially in regards to faith and spirituality. I do see that, again, you're that teacher energy. You teach people, you could teach people how to make money, you could teach people how to manifest, you could teach people how to focus in on their wellness and be better at that, better at taking care of themselves. But you shed a lot of, shine a light. Tongue twister. Okay. You shine light on a lot of different things, and you're like this healer for other people, this teacher for other people, and that is how the world views you. Let's dive even deeper. We have sacrifice. Wow. And then we also have upgrades to your system. Or sacrifices. Updates to your system. Okay. So I'll start with updates to your system. You get a lot of channel messages. You get a lot of downloads, and people recognize that about you. You could be a spiritualist. You could be a psychic, witch, healer, light worker, star seed, whatever it is you resonate with. But I'm getting that energy, and people kind of get that energy from you as well. Someone, again, who has a lot of wisdom, someone who has a lot of knowledge, hidden knowledge, occult knowledge as well, for sure. And people recognize that about you and see that about you, okay? And you help others. They see that you help others to kind of elevate, and you help others to elevate themselves. Now, what's this about sacrifice? Let's see, or sacrifices. Yeah, I feel like this is about your energy. Like, people see that you have this kind, loving, compassionate energy, and that you are willing to, you have this ability, or they think that you're willing to sacrifice yourself in order to save others, if that makes sense. So, like, martyr type energy. They get that vibe from you. Like, they really see you as someone who is, like, very kind, compassionate. Like, you would give the shirt off your back for someone. For real. Like, you would help the homeless. Like, that's the type of vibe, that's the type of vibe that people kind of get from you and see you as, okay? So that's what I got for you guys, group number 3 people. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big fat like, comment down below, and subscribe to join the family. I would love to have you. Make sure when you subscribe, you hit that bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a video. Check out my other social medias down below, and I hope to see you guys again next time. I am out. Peace.